And the other thing I had in thought would be the toilet paper not having any on the roll. Like every
There's
time.
always like a few squares left. You
Just-
see that there's
just
three
something.
squares and two of them are glued down really hard.
Enough where you're like, this is not gonna end well.
No. Well, might as well start the shower now. Bro, I'm not walking. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Jovial Pursuit Podcast. I am your host, Jovi, and my co-host, Brandon. How we doing, Brandon?
Good. It's been a crazy week.
Say more.
I have decided after this week that getting on the phone with government run programs or agencies is an unutilized enhanced interrogation tool. I think we should try it.
I missed something. What are you talking about?
My week, so I had to call like some. So we're applying to get the clinic in Medicare. I call and I'm like, hey guys, said we were denied. I sent you everything. And they were like, no, you did not. And I said, no, I have the confirmation of everything. And they were like, no.
So they're just
It's not here.
gaslighting you?
And I said, can you go back? Like, I have the confirmation of receipt of like, so here's this number. And they were like, oh yeah, you sent that like 2 months ago. And I was like, yeah, so we should be approved, right? And they were like, no, you got to reapply. And I went, wait, what? Hold on, what? But you have everything. Like, I'm just going to be sending you all the same things that you're going to get now that you already have. And they were like, no, you need to do this again.
Because they messed up the threshold time?
Yeah. So basically, I think we should utilize like instead of doing like, let's not waterboard people, but let's get them on that phone with like the DMV. We got to get them into like
first of all,
Medicare.
what type of evilness are you running into where you're throwing the DMV at people? That's a call. Brandon, what's on your heart?
I'm just saying.
That's a territory most people don't like dealing with.
I'm saying.
It's the epitome of bureaucracy.
I know. Like, you know, I want to go find someone and be like, hey, I saw what you did over there in that terrorist attack. You know what you need to do? You need to go register a canoe at the DMV.
Who registers a canoe?
You have to.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, I was on a lake with my paddleboard. It's in an inflatable one. And you know who like rolls up in their little boat? I'm out there.
No.
You know who rolls out there?
Fish and Wildlife.
Yeah, Fish and Wildlife. He's like, hey, where are the numbers on your paddleboard? And I was like, what do you mean? It's an inflatable. This is a glorified inner tube.
Right.
And he's like, needs to be registered. I'm just giving you a warning. And I wanted to be like, what?
No, because the amount of times that I was just gonna buy one, and I wouldn't have known that at all.
Again, I'm in the middle of a lake, just enjoying my life, trying to like be out there and do things that are like good and helpful and like live my best life. And I got a dude pulling up in a boat, and I'm like, first of all, that's rude because I'm new to this, and so I'm like,
you're wobbling.
yeah, you're coming in like, hey man, where's the little stickers? I don't see a 1, a 0, a J, or a P. You gotta have those on there. And I'm going,
I'm on a toy.
this is for children. Like, this is not a boat. Like,
what? Oh,
I do not have an anchor. There's nothing attached. I'm just.
that's overboard. That's overreach.
Yep.
And I know I can't say suck my dick because now I'm going to jail. I mean, I'd want to say, yo, suck my dick. Fuck out of here. Like, what are you talking about? I'm on a child's toy.
Yes.
I'm sitting here looking up at his boat as I'm rocking. Like, what are you talking about? Yo, go, get going. And now I'm in cuffs.
Yep.
I don't know why all my scenarios lead to me in cuffs. It's a lot of them.
I will say I have seen a person try to flee the cops in Minnesota via swimming.
Please tell me his name was Michael Phelps.
No. This, and it was the best body language by law enforcement I've ever seen because they knew this dude. And we were at this beach, and this dude he's like on something because he's like going up to everyone and saying some pretty weird stuff. And all of a sudden the cops show up at the beach, and he looks over and he's like, "No, not today!" And runs into the water, and the officers are on the beach, and you look at one, look at the other, and go,
right? It's real.
And then the best part, so he starts swimming across the beach, right? Or he starts swimming across this lake, and there's a fishing dock on the other side of the lake. And so they drive over to the fishing dock.
I want to draw.
And he's like maybe 15 yards out from the dock, and then sees them on the dock as they're just standing there like this. They're like, "Dude, we're not like, you're not a swimmer. Don't stop, man. We just want you to stop disturbing children at the beach, man. You're saying some weird stuff. It's not healthy." Like, and then dude, kid you not, he goes, "Oh no!" And he spins around and starts swimming back. And then they have to go save him before he gets back to the beach because he gets too tired.
Right. I knew he was gonna drown.
Yeah,
it was coming.
Like, they had to like get the boat out. And again, the best body language of all time, because you see the cop like pull him into the boat, and he's just like,
he's
just
over
like
it.
flops him in there, and he just is like, does this, and then they go back to the boat launch because they're just like, "Ah, dang it, Kevin."
Bro, because
like,
now they got to fill out the incident report paperwork. It's just like, I was going home in 2 hours. You know that? Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah. Because really, they just showed
Damn
up.
it,
They were
Peter.
probably just like, "Come on, Peter."
Always you.
It's one of those. It was just one of those things where you could see them just be like, "Hey, man, please, just like, we're gonna take you somewhere like your house to just let you sober up, dude. Like, I don't even care what you're on, man. You know."
It sounded like math at this point.
He was. The fact that dude was like, "No, I can swim this thing," and
twice.
Then, yeah, and like didn't put it in his head. Like, dude, they drove around the lake to the boat or to the fishing dock.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same guys that you ran from at the beach. So if they beat you here, they're going to beat you back there. And he was like, "I got it." And like,
he's out of it, dude.
What are you doing?
His brain cells fried.
Yeah,
You can't trust that.
Yeah, but then he got close to the beach and was like, "Help!" Like, "Yep, we all saw it coming." So,
Taking on water, Peter.
yep. And just the level of annoyance that the cops showed, because they were just like, "This could have been a simple thing. We just take you home to sober up and be like, hey,
that or detox. Just go in the pen for 8 hours and we'll let you go."
Yeah. Like, there was no like hands-on tasers. There was no even like flinching to go get him. Like, it was
why waste the energy?
Well, that's what just was amazing about it, was just because they looked like they were so familiar with him that they were just like, "Dude, we know what this is. Come on." And it was almost like he recognized them. In
No. He became a toddler.
Yeah.
No. Just turns around.
I want to go home. I want want to stay at the beach.
You're scaring everyone. No. Swim goal.
Oh.
Oh man, you've lived a life. I tell you that much. You've seen some things.
I have. You're referencing the former thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, man. Do we want to do this little jokey joke question or get into the?
I was ready when you pitched it the other day. I knew exactly what I was.
All right. Things you would do to mildly inconvenience someone. I'll let you go first.
All right. Me, I would put everything just out of reach. Like just like not like way out of reach, but just like you always need a step stool or something.
You're like always tiptoeing every time. You're just like, son of a. There's like nothing but a fingertips distance.
Yep.
Oh, I like that. It kind of coincides with mine of like slightly turning everything. So where it's like you're looking at it and it seems straight, but it's just like kind of askew, where it's like, like,
yep.
Definitely going with that.
Yep. The other one that immediately popped into my head was always having like your seat in your car wrong, like upon entry every single time.
Oh, dude, that would be irritating.
Just like too far forward, where you're like,
just way too up. You're just all on the wheel. You're like, why is my seat laying down? Who drives like this?
Like, I would do that.
Okay. Warm pillow all the time. Pillow never gets cold. So like little heat packs, but I'd stuff them like in the pillow and then sew it back up. That pillow's never cooling down.
See, this is not good because you know what I'm doing with this in my mind is I'm trying to figure out how I can do this to my kids when they're teenagers. like I'm gonna like put hot packs.
Yeah, exactly. Another way to go, if you don't want hot packs and you want to be able to control the temp, you get electric socks, and because they have rechargeable little fob. I don't know if I have one around, but you just plug them in. So like you stuff the sock in there, and you'll be able to take the little piece off, so you can cool it down a little bit, and they'd be like, I don't know what's going on. It's always hot. Or you're like, I don't know, man. You just plug it back in, set that to high during the day, take it off. They'll never know that there's something rough in there.
It's like, how can I wage psychological warfare on my children?
Let's face it, all of these inconveniences are psychological warfare.
It's true. But like, oh man, there's so many things you could do that are just a little bit like always. I don't know if I don't know if I told you that there was a person one time that said if they were really trying to get under someone's skin, it was like they'd like crumple up a bag of chips or something and just like sprinkle it in someone's bed. Like,
might as well just pull an Amber Heard at that point. Put the dog dukes in there. You hate me. You clearly hate me. We're past mild inconvenience.
Can you imagine being her right now, by the way? Like, how do you...
Bro, she's living her best life in Europe. Last I knew, she was living great over in Spain. I think it was Spain.
I mean, you gotta go somewhere else after that.
Oh, America? Like, yeah, she's done here.
Oh, yeah. Like, because before the trial, they're probably like, hey, you're that actress. And after the trial, it's like, You're the one that like was super abusive to one of our most beloved actors.
Exactly.
Out there.
That was gonna be my point. I'm like, you went after one of America's most beloved. Like,
We love him.
right?
What? How could you?
Since he was a teen, America has loved that man. It's a long-term relationship at this point.
Yeah. Like, what's next? You gonna go after? You gonna go take on the 4th of July? Yeah.
Just, she was so unbelievable during that case, dude. There was just nothing that I could believe. The thing is, I really didn't have any notoriety of her before that case, because I didn't watch like many of her movies, or I didn't know that was her, just because, just unimportant. So for this to be the thing that I know her from.
Well, I think that's full disclosure, I had no idea who she was before that trial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
I just gave that same disclosure.
I know, but like, can you imagine though how bad it must be if you like shoot to superstardom for like
for that
being the for that like oh
yeah, because she was doing the most to him.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite honestly, from what I saw, it was a lot of tit for tat, but hers was a lot more ferocious in nature than his. It'd be like yelling at her, and then hers would be like yelling at him, beating on him, putting Dukes in the bed, sleeping around. I'm like, she did everything to destroy that man's mentality. Goodness.
Yeah, but then made certain claims about him, and it was like, yeah, let's go to trial, and I want it televised. You know?
Oh, you must not have known about the court of public opinion.
Yeah, that's different.
She lost that battle.
I mean, the court of public opinion, like that's like one of those things where, you know, you can technically walk out of that courtroom one way, but
OJ.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like OJ goes, I'm clean, and all of America's like, no, you are not. Like,
absolutely not. The thing, I don't know much about that case, and I haven't gone back to, but I have heard some recent claims of like they know who the actual murderer is and all that.
Who's they?
Who was given the interview? Is it an ex-police officer? Let me find the video and we'll go from there. But there are alleged tellings of knowing who the real murderer was. And it would have been the maintenance man on the property who was in love with the woman there. Like on some in the shadow shit.
What, is he still around? Like,
bro, I told you I didn't look further into it. I will go back and figure it out. You're asking questions. I'm like, bro, I didn't expect ants like for you to be like going into it.
I'm just saying, it's like one of those.
Bro, you gotta trust the process. You just gotta
why
trust
the fingers. Why
you just gotta trust the process. This is how you convince somebody. You gotta give them the smart hands. You know, you just when you're talking and you do a little hand bobble, it really conveys your convictions. The more you emphasize your words. You see?
I'm convinced that you just accidentally super glued your fingers together or something. Just
it's my Italian side coming up.
Oh man.
What
else would you do?
What else?
I was gonna say, what else? Yeah, what else did you do?
I would unscrew all the light bulbs just enough so where they don't work, and they think that all of them are dead.
Would you go all the way, or would you like just do the little bit where they flicker a little bit?
Just past the flicker point.
Okay, all right.
It's got to be off, but the light bulb's got to be good. So it's like just right there, Walk away. Which means
Wow.
I'm putting in way more effort because most people got like globes or some sort of like fixture
Yeah,
that I
that's-
gotta get to. I'm like, I want to get him with this one. I'm like, get this. Yeah.
That is so much effort.
All of this is effort for no reason. I just explained how to warm pillows for no reason.
I think I would also like muck up all of their windows, like, you know, so it's
All right,
not
are you
clear at
going?
all.
Are you going mud? Or are you just going dusty?
I'm
Dust
going
Gets
like
on my
dust-
nerves more.
I was gonna say I'm going dusty, like you know, or like, you know, when water, like, I don't know if you've ever seen like water sometimes like after a rain or something, I have like all the water droplets, like something like that, where it's just like
Oh,
a little bit.
No, and then you get the.
Yep.
I hate that.
That's
Dude,
what
I
mean,
can't.
like,
Oh, now I just want to fight you because that's wrong. That's wrong.
it's a minor inconvenience, but for everyone, like when we see it, it's just like, no.
How far of an extreme can I go? I just had an idea of like opening up all of the either perfume or cologne containers, dumping them out, cleaning out the jars so there's no longer a scent in there, swapping the smells, and then putting everything back on the shelf so where they're like, that's not.
Yep.
Do I have a problem?
I mean, this smells different to you.
No, because because it could be their favorite scent, and they go to grab that trusty old light blue container, and it's not what's typically in there.
No.
That's an inconvenience.
Always having wrinkled clothing would be another one. Like,
How
never
are
hanging
you
it up.
doing that?
Again, this is a lot of effort, but it would be like just crumpling it all up and then putting it away in their closet or something.
You got to break into their house. They put their clothes away. You take them out, crumple them, like give them all.
Yeah.
You wear them. You
No.
give them all. And you take them off. You put them away.
I would, and the other thing I had in thought would be the toilet paper and not having any on the roll. Like
Always,
every
there's
time.
always like a few squares left. You see that there's
Just
three squares and two of them are glued down really hard.
enough where you're like, this is not gonna end.
No. Well, might as well start the shower now. Bro, I'm not walking around with dirty buns like that. I even bring wipes with me when we go camping now. Just, too old for that.
Well, I think isn't that the thing though? Is like when you're a kid, you kind of expect they're a little bit weird with wiping, and then when you're a grown adult, you're like, I can't have that. I can't have someone like walking by me and being like, "Hey, did you?"
This motherfucker smell like shit. I can't overhear someone say I smell like shit. Like, nah, bro, cause I shower. You ain't gonna disrespect me, and I make sure I get in between the cheeks. I'm not one of these other men out here thinks it's on some gay stuff. No, it's not. Men, clean your butts. Get in there.
But all right, random question though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you go south of knees?
Yeah, absolutely.
For real?
Yes. You look like the type that wouldn't.
I don't. I mean, I do eventually. Like, I clean my feet, but I'm like calves, shins. Like, you guys are good. You just got all the soap runoff.
You know, you have to exfoliate dead skin and get that layer off. And that doesn't happen through just Flooding your body with a little water.
Have to. Define have to. So you know what this is gonna turn into now. Now you gotta take a poll. Like this is gonna be a thing. Like,
oh no.
men.
The internet already has decided, and it's not just a men thing. This is a cultural thing. The caucasity of some people.
Okay. Okay. Is it bad that as soon as you were like, that's a white people thing? I'm like, oh, I gotta change this right now. I got like no, I cannot. No,
if you look up any of the videos online, they poll white people and black people, men and women, and there is a clear, defining line in between the two.
No, can't have
I'd
that.
like to not make this a race thing, but it's out of my hands.
Why is that more motivating then for me to change it? Like as soon as
Because you never wanted to be known as that guy.
yeah.
You're like,
Like
first of all,
you're
I got other things in me. I got cultural background. It didn't come in the skin tone. Like, no, you're like Tanner in that sense. You both have a native background or like a darker skinned background that just never popped up for you guys. And it's like you're oftentimes put in that white category where you're like, but no, don't do your boy like that.
I feel it on the same level, like as when like I need to buy flowers at the grocery store when it's around like Mother's Day or something, or Valentine's Day, and they're like, oh, I see what you're doing, and I'm like, no, don't you do that. Don't you do that. I'm not one of you. I am not one of you guys that's out here being like, I'm serious. Like I get mad.
Bro, that reminds me of one of the funniest. Bro, I was going in on Tanner one day, and again, there's a likeness here where he was picking on me, and I'm like, bro, at least I'm not Canadian white.
Oh, that's mean.
Where I'm like, I called him Justin Bieber immediately after. I followed up, like, bro, with your Justin Bieber hair ass. Like,
oh no.
we were having Bible study the other day, and he brought it up. I said, bro, I said that like 8 years ago.
That
like,
cuts. That cuts deep. Like you can
get your shit together. I'm
white,
gonna
but then
call you that.
you okay? Fine. Again, like as soon.
Oh,
like,
no,
you call someone white.
I got
some
something for you.
Like, no.
Oh, I got something for your ass. Disrespect me one more time. I got something for you.
I didn't.
No. It's like
You're saving it for a rainy day. You're just like, I'm gonna put that in the file.
But it's like, you ever okay? It'd be like when I sit down with my mom to watch a movie back in the day, and the kid disrespects the parent or something, and she looks at me and she's like, "If you have, I got some for your ass." It's similar to that, where sometimes you just gotta have one lined up, just in case.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like that, like when a parent says that, like it's not just like one lined up. That's usually like a kill shot, like sort of thing.
You know, I don't have a retort against that line right there.
Because when you say when you're like, I got something, I'm like, it's not good. It's like
it's not. I'll give a rosy cheek. I'm like, bro, it's not.
Oh, man.
It's hilarious to me. I want to cry already. I want to cry for your spirit that's gonna be broken.
Oh, jeez.
Bro, it's gonna seem like semi-poetic. Like, you're gonna be like, how could you hurt me with such sweet words? Oh, okay. I'll put that over there. That's for later.
Oh, jeez.
Bro, I tried to segue into something serious. And you didn't let me.
I we had there's when you said, "Hey, we should," this is one of the things we should try. I just had too many good ideas. Too
That's
many,
fair. Okay,
too many good ideas.
it's a really fun topic because it's like how sadistic can one get? Well, like how deep down the tunnel
You can go
can
pretty
we-
far,
Oh yeah.
but I think there's also a part of me that's like,
Because I'd let out the air out of a different tire each day, just enough for the car to feel like a little off, but not like dangerous.
yep,
Because I'm not
Yeah.
out here trying to murder nobody.
mm-hmm,
But a minor inconvenience, like now you got to stop at the gas station to get air.
mm-hmm. It also might come from, there's part of me that just thinks like Americans are a little too soft and they need some inconveniences to like get back up to like a decent level of resilience.
All of these are first world problems. Now that I mention it,
Yeah.
yo, that's a valid point. Toughen up, America. Just right after Independence Day, fucking toughen up. What's wrong with y'all? All we do is get drunk on that day now. It's a damn shame. I mean, I not this time. No,
You
I
can't
didn't.
remember if you
No, I
if
was
you
trying
can't
to
remember.
I was trying to remember what we did that day, and quite honestly, I was just laid up with Jill all day. She worked a half day, and then she got home. It was super hot, so we just bunkered down, and hung out. It was a good time. It was a great.
How are
time.
you guys because is it the hottest part now? Or is it still climbing?
I think it's still climbing. We're really just walking through the door of it. Because August was hotter than July last year, and we're not there yet. And September was still decently hot, like July was. Like all of August last year, we were within like 95 to over 100 degrees the entire month. A good chunk of it, like a good 27 days was like 100 degrees, or the real feel of 100 degrees.
Oh man.
It was atrocious.
You have the pool, right?
Two.
Is that two? Two, in fact.
Minor correction, not one but two.
Good for you.
The one super large right by us that hardly anyone uses, although we've seen more people over there this year. And then if you go just a little bit further down the block, there's more of the community pool for the entire neighborhood. And that's got like a little hot tub, standard pool, and like a little splash pool for kids.
Oh, sweet.
The neighborhood is ridiculous, and so is the rent. So
Yep.
3 times what I was paying my mortgage in Minnesota. Literally. Literally.
That might be a good segue into if there's anyone that wants to sponsor Joe.
Facts. Yo, go V. We got a game now. We do a game.
What is this one now?
Okay, so we got 2.
Houses?
No. Okay, I can't. Oh.
Oh, I got the one on the right. I know what it
This
is.
You know this one? Oh.
No,
Uh,
other one.
this one.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
One on the other side though.
Okay. If you're here,
Yeah.
go west,
Okay.
and you're then here.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
I really shouldn't feel so proud of that, but I really do. I'm like, I got it.
This one I was actually surprised you got immediately. I'm actually curious if you actually know it, but I'll get your answers in post.
All right.
Okay, cool. So it's gonna get put off again until next week now.
Next week's in person though, right?
Yeah, so we'll talk about trust the process in person. Just a couple quick highlights that I have. As far as that conversation goes, Jill and I, when we did a morning walk yesterday, had a really good conversation about it. Or what day did I talk to you?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So,
walking. Yep.
Had a really good conversation about some different areas that apply to the trust the process, in which, bro, I have difficulties with that. So we'll get into that there next time. Shoot. Then for the most part, I don't have anything else this week. Just played a little game, just kicked it. It's always nice. I got some good advice real quick and call it good.
Sounds good.
All right. So first one, since we all kind of know somebody who's in the professional field and we all use and abuse them at our beck and call constantly, and we just are like, yo, you got the know-how, help me out. Say thank you. Make sure you find a way to say thank you to them. Brandon, we went through this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those, I've mentioned before, taking the relationship for granted and the fact that you are a professional and using your information in my own personal life, that I don't say thank you enough. I mean, you're not getting paid, but you're gonna get a thank you and maybe like a solid hug for like appreciations.
Yeah. But
at the very least, do that. Many of us use and abuse our friends, especially like for information, or like another good instance, mechanics, and getting like, discounts and things like that. Come on now, say thank you. So that's number one. Number two, also goes in line with Brandon, because he helped me out this week. But it really made me think, just prior to, I was having a chat with Jill, and talk to your spouse's friends. And the reason I say talk to your spouse's friends is to get to know your spouse better. There's aspects of your relationship that can either be overlooked or is just different from that of their friends, where it's like you can get some more insight into them. And this isn't about being manipulative or invasive, but like really like, because you love that person, you want to learn more about them to treat them better. Mm-hmm. So reach out, talk to them. Hey, have interactions, start to learn more about them through their friendships.
Yeah.
I think that's very important and overlooked in the grand scheme of many people's relationships. And I find it would be beneficial.
Yeah.
So
that's
good advice.
Solid advice.
All right, man. Dope. I think that's it. Peace and love, everybody. See you next time.